Welcome to Tonia's Kitchen, where taste and nutrition go hand in hand. Here is Tonia King.
I'm pleased to welcome to the show internationally renowned physician and nutritionist, New York Times bestselling author, Dr. Michael Greger. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And today we're talking about the culinary companion to the How Not to Age book. So a cookbook. Do you like to cook?
I do like to cook. In fact, even if I didn't like to cook, I mean, that's the one way we have control over our diet. You get even these so-called healthy restaurants, they're catering to the masses. So, of course, they're adding the, extra salt and sugar and fat back to the kitchen to, otherwise they'll just get outcompeted by some other restaurant that tastes healthier. But if we really want to have control over our health destiny, the best way to do it is know what's going into our mouths, and the way we can do that is by doing some work in the kitchen.
Well, I would think with all the research that you've done over so many years, you've identified certain foods that really can help. So let's talk a little bit about that in detail. Are there certain foods you recommend for certain ailments?
Oh, yeah, certainly. So in How Not to Age, in terms of, for example, our joints, there are clinical trials that have shown that strawberries, rose hips, ginger, and turmeric can help with osteoarthritis of the knees, which is the leading cause of physical disability among older adults. The herb saw palmetto fails to help with enlarged prostates, but what has been shown to work is flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and cranberries. Cranberries can also help with overactive bladder syndrome. Pumpkin seeds, along with soy foods and chili peppers, has been shown to protect against hair loss. And topically, you could use a diluted rosemary essential oil. It appears to work as well as the drug Rogaine in terms of keeping your hair. Soy foods and fennel seeds can help with menopausal hot flash symptoms. Fenugreek seeds can help boost testosterone. Plain white button mushrooms help reduce the distinctive body odor of the elderly. That was something I was
really
not aware of. Yes, it's remarkable. And they measured all the odors, including having researchers go and sniff after they use the bathroom.
Oh my goodness!
And we're able to find it's interesting. There's your skin flora, your microbiome on your skin actually changes as you age. Produces this particular compound that has this distinctive body odor of the elderly, but white button mushroom to the rescue. What else do we have? Nitrate-rich vegetables like beets and the greens can help maintain muscle mass and performance. Broccoli family vegetables and garlic can boost immune function. Greens and berries are probably the best foods for your brain and your vision. And although sun protection is really the most important thing to slow skin aging, honeybush tea, almonds, and cocoa powder have been shown to reduce wrinkles.
My goodness. Most people don't even think about that stuff. How often are we thinking about pigeonholing certain foods to do certain things? That's why this book is it's wonderful that you are providing the recipes, because that helps put it all together.
They're categorized by kind of meals. So for breakfast, there are savory options like breakfast burritos, egg-free frittatas, sweet options like baked carrot cake oatmeal or a millet brunch cake with strawberries. For lunch, there's lots of soup salad sandwich type options like oyster mushroom chowder, a Thai purple cabbage salad, cheese-free quesadillas, lots of creamy pasta recipes. For snacks, lots of options like artichoke stuffed mushrooms. It's very international. A lot of jambalayas, Indonesian satays, risottos, shepherd's pie, lots of
wow.
Berry-based desserts like crumbles and tarts. Not only is every recipe healthy, but every ingredient of every recipe is healthy. So it's like, how do you make something salty without salt or sweet without sugar? Those are some of the challenges we faced. I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish.
Absolutely. Tell me about your daily dozen checklist.
Oh, that's, from my book, How Not to Die. It's a list of all the healthiest of healthy foods and habits I encourage people to fit into their daily routine. So not just fruits and vegetables in general, but specifically berries, the healthiest fruits, dark green leafy vegetables, the healthiest vegetables, a tablespoon of ground flax seeds every day, a quart teaspoon of turmeric, the best beverages, how much exercise to get every day. Basically just a kind of a list of daily reminders to aspire to, available as a free app so you can kind of track your progress, called Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen.
I love it. It's a guide that you can just keep right on the counter.
Indeed. I used to have it as kind of a whiteboard on my fridge, but now it's on an app. It's easy to click through.
Everything is easy on an app, isn't it?
Exactly.
So we're talking specifically about a plant-based diet here.
I mean, we should try to eat primarily plants, not necessarily exclusively plants. Plant-based diet is really more just about maximizing the intake of the healthiest foods. As a physician, labels like vegetarian or vegan, I mean, that just tells me what you don't eat. I mean, to actually eat vegetables? And look, it doesn't matter what you eat on your birthdays, holidays, special occasions, but on a day-to-day basis, we really should try to, center our diets around natural foods from fields, not factories, these unprocessed plant foods.
Real whole food is the key, isn't it?
I love it.
Absolutely. Hey, any chance that we could dig into a couple of these recipes? Can you actually tell me how to make something that's in your book?
Whatever you want to make. I've got the book in front of me.
You pick.
Well, we got a stuffed pepper recipe. We got a winter vegetable stew. We got cabbage rolls. So I think we have a nice pesto recipe in here.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Pesto season. Oh, well, all right. We've got all sorts of pesto-y things. Let's do a nice spinach walnut pesto. Let me see. Oh, so this was a spiralized zucchini noodles with spinach walnut pesto.
Ooh, yummy.
We have the walnuts for omega-3s. Of course, instead of spinach, you can use kale or chard. For the pesto, we are combining a half cup of walnuts, 2 large garlic cloves, 5 cups of packed chopped spinach, a cup of packed fresh basil leaves, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, which adds kind of a cheesy flavor, and 2 teaspoons of white miso paste, which is a way to add some umami without too much salt. We're going to combine that all together. Pour in a third cup of hot water to blend well, set that aside. And then using, if you're not familiar with this, it's a lot of fun, using a vegetable spiralizer. Or you could just take kind of a julienne vegetable peeler to cut zucchini into these spirals or strands. And then a large skillet, you can just heat up some water over medium-high heat. And you work in batches if you need it. Add the zucchini noodles. Cook until tender. It really just takes a few minutes, like 3 minutes. You don't want them to overcook it to be soft. Transfer the cooked zucchini to a large serving bowl. Add, what do we got? We have some halved grape cherry tomatoes, some salt-free cannellini beans, home-cooked or from a BPA-free can or Tetra Pak, drained and rinsed. And then we add the pesto onto that. Toss gently, serve warm, sprinkle with some red pepper flakes for some zing, and we are good to go.
That sounds delicious. I'm ready to eat that now.
And of course, you can put it on baked potatoes or put it on cooked whole grain pasta or whatever. But I'm starting to get hungry.
Now, let me ask you, because you mentioned spinach as a part of that. What's your take on the whole oxalates with spinach? Is it better to eat spinach that's cooked or raw?
It is, there are 3 high oxalate grains, and that's spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens. And for people who are predisposed to getting kidney stones, one would want to swap out and use something like kale or low oxalate, a dark green leafy, any of the other dark green leafies instead, because some people are super absorbers of oxalates, such that it gets such high levels in their bloodstream that it can actually crystallize like rock candy and form these little kidney stones in their kidneys, which can be very painful and cause potentially serious complications. And so there's some other foods, chaga mushroom powder, star fruit. You wouldn't want to eat more than kind of a cup of nuts at a time. I'm trying to think of some other high oxalate foods. So for those people predisposed to these kidney stones, I would want them to swap out something instead of spinach.
All right. That's really interesting. We're talking with Dr. Michael Greger about his brand new cookbook. Is this officially your first cookbook, so to speak?
No. So I've had a companion cookbook for each of my major books. How Not to Die cookbook, How Not to Diet cookbook, and then finally How Not to Age cookbook. I'm currently working on my next book, How Not to Hurt, Natural Alternatives for Pain Management. And yes, I will have a How Not to Hurt cookbook, which will be out, I think, 2028.
Oh, my goodness. That feels so far away, doesn't it?
Yeah, it better be. It's a lot of work I still need to do.
Where can we find more information about everything you're doing and what you've already put out?
Everyone can go to nutritionfacts.org, where you can get all my work free. I think it's important to note I don't receive a penny from any of my books. All the proceeds I receive from my books are all donated directly to charity. I just want everyone to enjoy the longest, healthiest life.
What a wonderful thing to do. I really appreciate your time today, Dr. Greger.
Thank you so much, and looking forward to coming back.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you'll subscribe to this podcast as we continue to take you around the world of food and wine on Tonia's Kitchen.